Good morning and welcome to Western Carolina University, where 600 of our 2019 graduating seniors are just half an hour away from walking across the stage. Thank you so much for joining us for our pre-show coverage of WCU's 2019 undergraduate commencement. My name is Lyndon Jones, and we are looking forward to another memorable day for so many of our students here at Western Carolina University. We are live for the first of two commencement ceremonies today, and in this first broadcast, we will be celebrating our undergraduate students from the Colleges of Arts and Sciences, Education and Allied Professions, and Fine and Performing Arts. Today marks the end of a 4 or maybe 5-year journey for the class of 2019. We're going to be sharing the stories of some of our graduates today as we prepare for the ceremony. But first, we are excited to welcome WCU's Interim Chancellor, Dr. Allison Morrison-Shetler. Thank you so much for being here. Allison, you have been the Interim Chancellor for 16, 17 months now. How does it feel?
It's been fabulous because we have a great team here at Western Carolina University, and so everybody has really pulled well, and we have succeeded, and today is a great example of that. Graduation is what it's all about.
Graduation is what it's all about. What last advice do you have to our graduates of 2019?
Embrace the moment. This is just the beginning of the rest of their lives, and it's a great opportunity to thank their friends, thank their families for everything that they've done in support of them. But this is a great achievement.
Yes, everyone who's got them here should be appreciated, as well as our graduates. Good point. Well, what about the students that are still hanging out for a few years? What advice do you have for them?
Well, the goal is there. Just work hard and get ready to be ready for a day like today. It's really exciting to see so many people graduating, and those that are ready to graduate, just do some hard work and you'll be fine.
Yes, ma'am. Well, here at Western, we have a really cool opportunity. We have a lot of internships. We have a lot of students who study abroad, and we call it experiential learning. What does that mean for Western, and how does it kind of set us apart from everyone else?
So Western Carolina University is an engaged campus, and that means that we really encourage all of our students to get some kind of experiences that take what they're learning in the classroom and apply it outside the classroom.
Right.
And so things like undergraduate research, service learning, internships, and practicums, those are kinds of things that really help our students get that extra step ahead compared to other people who have not had those experiences. And a lot of times when our students have those kinds of experiences, it ultimately leads to a job. And of course, that's exactly what we want to have happen.
Yes, jobs and confidence. Well, thank you so much, Allison. Good luck today. I know your voice is a little wary, so stay strong.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And go Cats.
Go Cats! As Dr. Morrison-Shetler said, experiential learning is one of the most important aspects of an education here at WCU. One of our students knows experiential learning as well as anyone. Elsie Holbrook is a graduate from the Communications Department here at WCU and has spent the last 2 years working as a social media strategist in the University Marketing Office. We're going to chat with Elsie about her time here at WCU, but first, let's take a look at how the experience has impacted not only her career, but her life.
So when I came to Western, I knew that I was going to be a comm student. But aside from that, I wasn't really sure about the concentrations because we sort of get to pick what we want to focus in. And so no matter what concentration you're in, you get some sort of experiential learning.
Last May, Dr. Betty Farmer recommended Elise to Donna and I's office to work with us over the summer for an internship.
Anywhere that I could place her, she would do a great job. And I knew that she had great writing skills, that she was familiar with social media, and so that's when I picked up the phone and called Donna and said, I have this student whose internship has fallen through. Would you have anything for the summer?
Working in university marketing has been the greatest experience that I've had in college. Getting the opportunity to work in something that helped me find my passion was really great, but it was also specifically working with Donna and Riley here has been impactful in more ways than just preparing me for a career. It's been having mentors who have been working in this for a really long time that know things that I don't know or know things that they wish they knew when they were my age that they can pass on to me.
I've managed students for quite a few years now and have never quite met anyone like Elise. She is incredibly hardworking, very proactive, very quickly realized that she's not simply an order taker, not simply doing tasks that the rest of our team doesn't want to do.
Elise has been just a pleasure to have in the classroom. She's just a dream student. I'm so so happy that the marketing office recognized her abilities and empowered her to do the kinds of projects that she was capable of doing.
Through getting to know Elise, I found out that she's the first person in her immediate family to go to college. Her and I had a conversation about her earning potential in her lifetime, and it was a really awesome opportunity to really open her eyes to what this is going to do for her and her family and her future children.
Coming here, I think, has a bigger impact on both me and my family because I'm doing something that I wanted to do, but also something that they never had the opportunity to do themselves. Graduating this May is something that I think I'm both really proud of myself, but I'm really proud that I could do for my parents and that they could have that experience if maybe they didn't go to college, but they can watch their kids sort of be successful and then graduate and go on to a larger career maybe than was possible for them.
So every year WCU does a Student Worker of the Year award for any student workers across campus, which there are about 1,200. When the nomination opened for that, Dawn and I absolutely knew without a doubt that we were going to nominate Elise.
I was either back from winter break or I was home on winter break, and they sent me an email with the form that they had filled out of the things that they said about me and telling me that they nominated me for it and that they were hoping that I was going to win it. And so it's been really meaningful to know that they cared enough to nominate me for that, but then to find out that I won it. I think I was actually sitting here at work when I found out that I won it.
Well, I was not surprised when she was nominated and also won that award for the Outstanding Student Worker, because I knew what she was capable of. I knew how hard she worked, and I also knew what a great team player she was from the work that she had done in my classes.
When I came to college, I never had expectations of winning awards. I didn't have expectations of excelling really well. Western has meant everything to me because I never thought that I would do as well as I have, and I never thought that I would get to do all the things that I've gotten the chance to do while I was here. I've met so many people, including the people I work with here and my professors, who have not only taught me things that I need to know to excel in a career, but they have given me so much support and care and showing that they genuinely care about the students that attend this university and that they believe in what we're going to do after we leave here. And so not only have I learned a lot of skills, they've also given me a lot of confidence and knowing that when I leave here, I can do whatever it is that I want to do.
Joining us now is graduating senior Elise Holbrook and her staff mentor, Riley Rockmore. Thank you both for taking a few minutes to talk with us. Elise, we're going to start with you. We talk a lot about experiential learning here at Western. So how has that kind of changed your academic career?
I think it's really amazing that Western has this program in here because not only are we benefiting the community around us, we're also getting so much experience that we need before we leave here that I can put on my resume because it's legitimate experience. So I've had classes in crisis communication and making public relations campaigns that are skills that not only help me in my internship, but are things that I know I can turn to an employer that is interviewing me and say, I've done these things and they were real things, and they not only benefited me, but they help the community at large.
Exactly. So it's not just a classroom experience. This is real life work. So Riley, what did you really see in Elise that was kind of different from everyone else who goes through these programs?
Yeah, so Elise is an incredibly hard worker. I always say she's not just a student member of our team, she's like an integral part of our team actively. Is like bringing ideas to the table, and she's super trustworthy, honest, and is going to track down the right answer. So you give her a project and I know it's going to be done well and done really, really well and to the best of her ability. So just that super hard work and just constantly choosing to be the best and going above and beyond. So.
All right, well, at least that hard work. If you could be anywhere in the world, where would you be right now?
That's a very good question. I definitely want to expand my horizons after I leave here. I don't have a specific place in mind, but I want to get to know different cities, different states. I've lived in North Carolina my entire life.
Me too.
So it's exciting to finally have the opportunity to go out in the world and be my own person and discover new places.
Well, you know what they say. You got to see the world to know what's going on in the world. So, Riley, what would you have as going away advice for her? What would you say is your last thing, your last empowerment?
I've had lots of advice for her over the last year that we've known each other, but just be confident and going out and trying new things. Like she said, she wants to go and live and try other places, and that can be really daunting and scary, but just being grounded and knowing who you are and that you're prepared and just owning that, I think will just set her up for doing anything and going anywhere and excelling.
Absolutely. That experiential learning right here at Western has made you completely prepared for what's out there in the world. So congratulations and have a great day today. Thank you both for joining me.
Thank you.
Another one of our 4 students took experiential learning to another level when she decided that she wanted to host a regional conference for Latinx students. Jennifer Montoya Velasquez is graduating today with a bachelor's degree in biology, but it turns out she has a hidden talent for event planning. Before we chat with Jennifer about her experience organizing this conference, let's take a quick look back at the recap of this first annual Southeastern Latinx Student Leadership Conference.
We got inspired when we went to Albany, New York, and we went to the National Collegiate Latino Conference. It was the 38th conference in Albany, and when we went there, we said, wow, this is huge to see almost 400, 500 Latinos coming in together and just celebrating their heritage, celebrating their roots, and that was something to me that really spoke out. And I said, we really need this community at Western.
The core of the planning, of the student planning team has been amazing. These are students that are beyond their years in terms of maturity, organization, their ability to foresee things, their ability to think on their feet. They organize, they meet, they plan, they utilize social media, they utilize technology to get things done way more efficient than professionals, I would dare say.
We are part of the Hispanic Club at Guilford. It's called HUG, Hispanos Unidos de Guilford, and our advisor mentioned this to us, and we thought this would be a great opportunity to enrich in our leadership skills in a conference like this.
Within the Latinx community, there are so many differences, different perspectives, different stories, different lineages, different experiences, but together we're so powerful and we can do so much.
The biggest takeaway from this is just knowing that it's possible. We started from scratch this year. Next year we already have a foundation, everything laid out for us, so I think next year is going to be much easier, and we're very, very excited to put this on again next year.
We're so excited to be joined by Jennifer Montoya Velasquez. Thank you so much for taking just a few minutes today on your big graduation day. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
first
you.
Of all. But let's get to this Latinx conference. What inspired you to start this?
So I was inspired because we went to Albany, New York last year, and we just saw the dynamics of the Latinx population in New York, and that's something that we don't have here at Western. And I really wanted students to feel at home because we knew that the Latinx student population is growing. We're about 9% of the population, and we knew that if we're going to continue to drive more Latinx students here, we wanted them to feel empowered and that they have a home and they have a say here.
Well, every student should have their
Yes.
culture represented.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So what are we looking forward to for the second annual Latinx concert?
Okay, so it will be here. The dates are already set. So it's scheduled for April 5th of next year. And so there's a great girls that will be taking it over. So I'm super excited, and I know that they will do great.
Well, thank you so much for getting it started. It couldn't have been started without you.
Thank you.
So again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And great job on everything you've accomplished here at
Thank
Western.
you. Thank you.
Our last graduate today is someone who not only took her passion outside of the classroom, but is using it to help others in the community. Indy Frazier is a soccer player here at WCU and has taken her passion for sports into the community as a volunteer with the Special Olympics. We're so excited to catch up with Indy before she walks across the stage today. But first, let's take a look at her story.
My name is Indy Frazier. I'm a junior here at Western. My major is Parks and Recreation Management, and I play women's soccer. I started playing soccer when I was 3 years old, so I guess that's 17 years now. Chad found me at a tournament, and when I came on my visit here, I just fell in love with the atmosphere, the scenic beauty, and just the team.
As a soccer player, we felt like Indy was a very hardworking, motivated athlete. Obviously, getting to know her as a person intrigued our interest even more.
Indy's involvement with Special Olympics runs extremely deep in their family. Every member of their family is involved in the Special Olympics.
My mom was a special education teacher for 18 years, and my dad runs powerlifting for the state of North Carolina. So I've been at every event since I was like 3 years old, since I could walk and talk basically. And just coming here, I just kind of stuck with it and wanted to be involved. So I talked to the Jackson County coordinator and just wanted to be involved and do the field day event.
I think the reason she's so good with her involvement and what she is doing with Special Olympics is her personality. She's easygoing, she's easy to talk to, she's driven, and she loves people. She just loves to buy into people and be there for them and make their everyday better, which ultimately is what the Special Olympics is really about.
Indy, like I said, has grown a lot within our program. She's a captain for us this year, going into her senior year. She's been a significant impact on our team in terms of a vocal leader. She leads by example a lot of times in terms of her practice mentality and kind of how she carries herself in training.
We're definitely just one big happy family. There's not so many cliques like your normal team. We all just get along, we all hang out no matter what, who you are. Doesn't matter, you can call anybody on the team, they'll come help you.
She's, the first to practice. She's the first to run and go do things. She steps up. Coming in freshman year, a lot of people, aren't physically prepared. And Indy was one of those people too, as I was. But she has worked hard from her starting point to now to show that she is one of the top people fitness and wants to put in the field, and she's always gonna work and try her best to show everyone else that that's what you should do to come from the bottom all the way to the top.
My scholarship allowed me to play Division I soccer and come to such a beautiful school that has like the student first mentality instead of athletic first, which is really important to me because grades are very important. And it just makes me work harder every day because I'm held to a high standard now. I love it, so wouldn't have it any other way.
Joining us just a few minutes before commencement is Indy herself. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Indy, I'm sure you get all of the typical questions, but I want to know, what was your favorite spot on Western's campus, your favorite place to go?
Probably sitting outside the fountain because you can just see everybody walk by. You get the experience to see everybody between classes and just hang out.
Absolutely. You don't really know how many kids go here until you sit at the fountain. Okay, well, what's your next step after college? Where are you headed?
I'm headed to Spartanburg, South Carolina. I actually got a job with the Southern Conference, planning all the championships.
No way. How exciting is that?
Super exciting.
Well, how has your scholarship affected you? How do you think that got you there?
It allowed me just to do things that I never imagined possible to be able to do, just to come here, play the game that I love, and get a great education at the same time. So it was amazing.
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much, and don't stop. Do great things.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
No problem. Well, we know you've got to get lined up for the ceremony, so thanks again for taking time to chat with us. Indy is just one of many students here at WCU who receive scholarships to help pay for their education. Over the last year, our alumni, faculty, and staff and supporters have stepped up in a big way for the Lead the Way campaign. Because of you, we surpassed our $60 million goal and have opened doors for students who may not have otherwise been able to attend college. Let's take a look back at the difference this campaign has made for our students here at WCU.
I cannot adequately express how critical our scholarship campaign is for our university, for its enrollment, and for our students who are struggling to raise themselves up and pursue a better life. So let's talk action. Our top philanthropic priority for this campaign will be to raise a minimum of $50 million in private support for student scholarships.
Chancellor David O. Belcher and his wife Susan Brummel Belcher are announcing a $1.23 million commitment in cash and estate gifts to WCU's Lead the Way campaign.
One of the things that we can do if we have the means is help fund your journey here at Western.
So in 2015, I endowed a scholarship for high-achieving students with financial need. I needed financial support when I attended Western, so that was a natural fit for me.
You know, when you go out there and you give money to a boosters club, you think, well, I'm helping them win. What you're really doing is helping those kids win.
We do know that our giving allows others to pursue their dreams, and we have made a substantial additional gift as part of the Lead the Way campaign.
There's no way we could ever repay the university for what we received while we were here, but we try to give back.
Because every little bit counts. It's not about the dollar amount, it's about giving back and knowing that your contribution is making a difference.
I was a recipient of the Joan and Malcolm McNeil Scholarship as well as the Lovin Belcher Scholarship. Barbara Lovin and Belcher were two people that really set their mark on the paramedic program here at Western Carolina, so the scholarship meant a lot.
I was really excited that I received the Bronze and Betty Ray Scholarship. It's changed my life both academically and personally.
The scholarship has helped my networking and my community-based knowledge tremendously. I mean, the relationship that I have with the Silva community, the Asheville community. So this scholarship has gave me an opportunity to find who I am, to enlighten who I am and become the better version of myself.
Chancellor Belcher has taught us many things in his 6.5 years at Western. One of the most important lessons is that nothing matters more than the success of our students. Any gift can change the life of a student. And as always,
we just want to say thank you one more time for everyone who stepped up and led the way and gave students a chance at something that will truly change their lives. It's on a day like today that we need to realize why we need to support higher education. Now, we're only minutes away from our first commencement ceremony and want to thank all of you for joining us as we share the stories of some of our graduates. It's a big day for so many students, and we can't wait to see their faces as they walk across the stage. We'll be back in a few minutes to kick things off, and as always, go Cats!
Interim Chancellor Morrison Shetler, the graduating students have now assembled for the 2019 Spring Undergraduate Commencement Exercises for the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Education and Allied Professions, and the David Orr Belcher College of Fine and Performing Arts.
Please remain standing as we each pause for a moment of silent reflection on the special meaning of this day. Thank you. Now please join in singing the national anthem, led by Mr. Jacob Plaisted, candidate for the Bachelor of Music in Vocal Performance degree in School of Music.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, those broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red lead, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Graduates and distinguished guests, I must first apologize for my deep, sexy voice. I have a little dose of the Cullowhee crud. It is, however, an honor and a pleasure to welcome each of you to the 2019 Spring Undergraduate Commencement Ceremony for students in the College of Arts and Sciences, Education and Allied Professions, and the David Orr Belcher College of Fine and Performing Arts at Western Carolina University. Woo! Please allow me to recognize members of the platform party who do not have speaking roles in the commencement program. I ask them to stand and remain standing as I call their names. Please hold your applause until I have introduced them all. First, members of Western Carolina University's Board of Trustees. Mr. Bryant Kinney, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees. Mr. Bob Roberts, Secretary of the Board of Trustees. Mrs. Grace Battle, Member of the Board of Trustees. Ms. Hayden Bullock, Member of the Board of Trustees. Mr. Casey Cooper, Member of the Board of Trustees. Mrs. Rebecca Schlosser, Member of the Board of Trustees. Mr. David Rode, Student Government Association President and Member of the Board of Trustees. WCU Administrative Staff, Dr. Sam Miller, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. Mr. Mike Byers, Vice Chancellor for Administration and Finance. Ms. Laurie Lewis, Vice Chancellor for Advancement. Dr. Haiyang Cheng, Dean of the College of Business. Dr. Jeffrey Ray, Dean of the College of Engineering and Technology. Dr. C.J. Wang, Associate Dean of the College of Health and Human Sciences. Dr. Farzani Razagi, Dean of the Hunter Library. And representing all faculty, Dr. Brandon Schwab, Associate Provost. Dr. Risa Chandler, Chief Faculty Marshal. Dr. Damon Sink, Faculty Senate Chair. And representing all staff, Mrs. Natalie Broom, Staff Senate Chair. Assisting with diplomas, the distribution of diplomas, Dr. Lowell Davis, Associate Vice Chancellor for Student Success. Mr. Larry Hammer, Registrar. Ms. April Newland, Conferral Specialist. Please join me in recognizing these institutional leaders. I now invite Ms. Pat Kamerling, Chair of the WCU Board of Trustees, who will bring greetings from the board.
Thank you, Dr. Morrison Shetler. To our graduates and their families, to our alumni, to Interim Chancellor Morrison Shetler, and to the university's distinguished faculty and staff and members of the Platform Party. It is my great honor to bring you greetings, congratulations, and well wishes on behalf of the Western Carolina University Board of Trustees. I have the privilege of serving as chair of the Board of Trustees and am a proud alum of this institution. It gives me immense pleasure to see so many future alumni out here this morning. Graduates, more than 1,400 of you are receiving undergraduate degrees on this glorious Cullowhee weekend. It is a time to celebrate an ending, the earning of your degree, the earning of your hard work and commitment, time, energy, and passion. And it's time to commemorate a new beginning, the start of the next chapter in your life. Western Carolina has shaped your personal journey. No matter where life takes you, I know you will find this institution has prepared you well for whatever lies ahead. As an alum, I know what you know, that Western Carolina is a very special place. You are now an important part of this institution's extraordinary history. I urge you to make a pledge today to remember and give back to your alma mater. Your experience here will resonate and make a difference throughout your life. And I want to encourage you to do one more thing on this special occasion. Take a moment to acknowledge and say thank you to those who supported you, your parents, family, friends, and the incredible faculty and staff here who nurtured you. There were probably days where one of them made all the difference. We are all very proud of you. You have proven that you have what it takes to make a success of whatever you set out to achieve. I grew up on a farm not far from here, where we had fresh milk every day. As warm milk is cooled, the cream rises to the top. Butter comes from this cream, so it's the most sought after part of the milk. I challenge you to be the cream, to work harder, show up earlier, give just a little more than what is expected of you. Be the cream, rise to the top. Set your course to build on what you have learned here, to make a difference in your world. Congratulations, graduates. Now, go make us proud.
Thank you, Mrs. Kamerling. We certainly appreciate your participation in our ceremony and bringing greetings from the Board of Trustees. Could you please join me in thanking Mrs. Kamerling for her 2 years of service as our Chair of the Board of Trustees. Now, Ms. Carolyn Coward, member of the University of North Carolina Board of Governors, will now bring greetings from the board and from the Office of the President. Mrs. Coward will also present the Board of Governors Award for Excellence in Teaching to Dr. John Whitmire.
Good morning, and greetings from the UNC Board of Governors. Graduates, families, friends, WCU alumni, Interim Chancellor Allison Morrison Shetler, and Board of Trustees, university faculty and staff, and members of the Platform Party. It's a pleasure to bring you a message of greetings and congratulations from the UNC System Interim President Bill Roper, the staff of the System Office, UNC Board of Governors Chair Harry Smith, and all my fellow members of the Board of Governors. To you graduates, it's a delight to look around and see the joy on your faces and the faces of your family members, I'm sure, and friends, and to share your excitement with you. Collectively, we acknowledge the plain old hard work it took to get you to this point. We honor you today for the commitment you have demonstrated to better your life by obtaining a degree. And in doing so, you not only have done something important for yourselves and your family, you have accomplished something that improves your and our communities and our world. As individuals, each of you have much to celebrate, but Western Carolina has reached great milestones too, and I want to mention just a few of those today. Western Carolina has recently been ranked as one of the top public universities in the South by U.S. News and World Report. That deserves a big round of applause. Western Carolina has been designated as a voter-friendly campus by nonpartisan national organizations for the university's emphasis on encouraging civic participation among its students. Also, for the 14th year, that's 14, WCU students are among the nation's leaders in participation in the National Conference on Undergraduate Research. That's the top research event for undergraduate students in the nation. Whoa! Great things are happening in Cullowhee and across North Carolina. Collectively, our 17 UNC campuses comprise a public university system that's among the best in the country. You will receive the benefit of that reputation as you go into the workforce or continue your education. As you go about living your lives, I encourage you to take the time to savor the memories of your time as a WCU student. Stay connected to the university and the people you met here who have been important in your life, and please come back to Cullowhee as often as you can. Congratulations, graduates, and enjoy this day. Okay, so you deserve to celebrate, but it's important to acknowledge the contribution of the faculty and staff of Western Carolina, especially those teachers who have helped, encouraged, and provided you with the proper guidance to succeed. There are a number of faculty members on this campus who exemplify outstanding teaching. Today, I am honored. I want to recognize one of them. It is my privilege to present this year's Board of Governors Award for Excellence in Teaching to one of your most outstanding faculty members. Established by the Board of Governors in 1944 to underscore the importance of teaching and to reward teachers across the university, the rewards are given annually to a tenured faculty member from each UNC campus. Recipients are nominated by special committees on their home campuses and are selected by the Board of Governors Committee on Personnel and Tenure. Each winner receives a bronze medallion and a cash award. This year's recipient from Western Carolina University is John Whitmire. I asked Interim Chancellor Allison Morrison Shetler and Dr. Whitmire to please come forward. Dr. John Whitmire, philosophy and religion professor at Western Carolina University, joined the faculty in 2005. His primary areas of interest are in continental European philosophy and literature, as well as philosophical anthropology. The current head of the Philosophy and Religion Department said, in addition to having the warmth, charisma, intelligence, and polish required of great teachers in every discipline, John approaches philosophy with such deep and sincere interest in existential questions, questions about fundamental problems of the human condition, that is hard not to be inspired by him. Former students of Dr. Whitmire report that his teaching and guidance has followed them long after their time at Western Carolina University. One student reflected, "His classes were for me positively engrossing, perspective shifting, nuance illuminating, humbling, and properly difficult works of academic wonder." Okay, that sounds like a really interesting class. One thing that is certain is that Dr. Whitmire has lasting impressions on his students. As another student said, the emphasis he places on the development of the whole person, from a passion for learning to critical analysis skills to practicing knowledge through action in the real world, have inspired my own lifelong journey toward learning and understanding how to make the world a better place and myself a better person. Dr. Whitmire, we celebrate your outstanding professional achievement and salute your demonstrated commitment to great teaching and inspiring a new generation of learners. In honoring you, we also acknowledge the more than 14,000 dedicated faculty members who teach over 220,000 students throughout the University of North Carolina.
Thank you, Chancellor Morrison Shetler and Provost Burton. Please let me take just a second to thank both of you for the tremendous commitment that you've shown in leading this university over the last year and a half. Thanks also to Governor Coward, members of the Board of Trustees, academic deans, and our other distinguished guests. It's a real honor to be here, where so many of my own family graduated, most of them to become teachers. And both my grandfather, Boyce, and his cousin, EJ, sat on the Board of Trustees. Members of the class of 2019, congratulations! My dad, John Whitmire Sr., actually started his college education at Western Carolina 60 years ago. Sadly, he never got to participate in the commencement celebration here in Cullowhee. Don't worry, he's still around. He just never finished here. He's right over there. With my mom, Jimmy, my wife, Heather, my father-in-law, Bob, and my two daughters, Cassie and Allie. Hi, girls. Look, Daddy got a medal. Before I speak to you today, I want to ask the class of 2019 to help me with something. I want to take the opportunity to say to both my wife and my mom, I'm really sorry for all those Mother's Days, like tomorrow, that I was still frantically grading my last papers and final exams. All of you who have or have had a mother, a grandmother, a motherly figure in your lives, here or elsewhere, do me a favor and join me with a day early Happy Mother's Day. Ready? On three. 1, 2, 3. Happy Mother's Day. Now, where was I? I was actually talking about my dad, who never made it to a Catamount commencement. The truth about him is, well, not just Cullowhee, but Jackson County was still dry back in 1960. That was just too much to ask. Johnson City, Tennessee, by contrast, apparently had, Dad, was it 55 bars? Right, 56, which means my dad graduated a couple years later with a degree from East Tennessee State instead. If only we had had Madstone, BC Outdoors, maybe even Tux. Back then, my dad might have been sitting where you are 50 years or so ago. So Dad, even though it's taken more than half a century for you to make it to one, I'm glad you could finally appreciate a Catamount commencement. Anyway, for your commencement, I want to talk to you today for just a couple of minutes about one of the great themes of existential philosophy, which we might call real choice, resolve, or just commitment. But to start, I have to make a confession. Those who know me best and love me most will tell you that I am Iron Man. No, I'm sorry, that's not in the speech. I just really wanted to say that up here. Because the truth is, I am a huge nerd. And that's not just something that happened to me. It's something I myself have committed to. Our family dressed up as the Incredibles for Halloween last year. We were Luke, Leia, Rey, and BB-8 the year before. It'll probably be the Avengers this year, I think. It's for my birthday. My wife and kids made me a video about Thanos, half my birthday cake. I even teach a class that devotes half the semester to The Lord of the Rings and spent a big chunk of last year holed up in the J.R.R. Tolkien archives. So please indulge me if a few themes from Tolkien and others also burrow their way in here. Let me start by taking you back just a couple of years. Every academic year, before the students get back to campus, the chancellor gives an opening address to the faculty and staff, recalling successes of the past year and setting goals for the new year. In both of his last two opening addresses, Chancellor Belcher, who had been diagnosed with cancer prior to his 2016 address and had suffered a setback in his treatment before the 2017 assembly, asked all of us to think about this question: who are we? What he meant to be asking was, who are we as Western Carolina University? And in asking that question, he was repeating one of the most important moments in the history of Western philosophy, with Socrates' assertion that we need to know ourselves because the unexamined life is not worth living. But as the existentialists note, those questions, who am I and who are we, are never just about who one is at a particular point in time. They're always also about the past and the future. Because the question of who we are is first about who we've chosen to be, how we've shaped our own individual and collective character, as well as how we've been shaped by others. It's about a history of choices, both our own and others, that's brought us to this moment. And without really knowing who we have been individually and communally, any choices about who we will be are going to be arbitrary. Now, you all know something about this already because you've all committed yourselves to something over the last 4-ish years to being a student. You've done the work we've asked you to do and have satisfied our expectations to the degree that you're graduating today. But another one of my favorite things that Chancellor Belcher used to say was his warning to the graduates to avoid the notion of good enough. What he meant was not to settle on satisfying the expectations of others. As many of my own students have heard me say over the years, you are not your grades. For many of you today, that's probably good to hear. While for others, that idea may be a little frightening. Some of you probably had a much easier time living up to our expectations. Others may have had real trouble doing so, whether because you had families who were depending on you, or because you were working full-time to support yourself while a student, or for some other reason. But you've done it, and congratulations are in order for all of you. But being a student, for most of you, that's now just who you have been. This place, this hidden valley, this Rivendell, may just be a way station, a place of thought and respite and preparation for the rest of your life's journey. But it and the people who make it up and who have helped to guide you, to foster you, to nourish in you a love of learning, a sense of care for your communities, a set of skills and habits that will prepare you for whatever life throws at you next, will always be part of you. Because Western will always be your alma mater, which is just a Latin phrase that means simply a dear or fostering mother. So once again, happy Mother's Day. But commencement isn't just about looking backwards at who we have been. It's primarily, as the very word suggests, about moving forwards, commencing, starting a new journey, a new quest. And in that sense, it captures the other side of the question, who are we? As one of my philosophical heroes puts it, it would be a great joke to be finished with life before life is finished with you. Because real choices, commitments, are always also about the future. They're about choosing something or someone to commit yourselves to over and over again, whatever it takes. And if you don't recommit yourself to that person, to that goal, to that quest every day, you haven't made a genuine commitment. But the interesting thing about the commitments we make now, in the present, when we're commencing, is that they're also about who we are committing ourselves to be going forward. Our commitments shape who we are. The father of existentialism, Soren Kierkegaard, argues that we don't even have a self until we decide to commit ourselves to someone or something. And for some, that can be terribly sad when one contemplates human life, he says, that so many live out their lives in quiet lostness. They live, as it were, away from themselves and vanish like shadows. Their immortal souls, he says, are blown away. They are already disintegrated before they die. So now, in this moment, as you commence, it's not our expectations that you have to live up to. It's your own. Of course, we all have the expectations of others to deal with throughout our lives, our families, our bosses, and so forth. But the most important set of expectations you have to live up to are your own. And that's a lot harder. Knowing yourself, pushing yourself harder than we've pushed you. Because living up to your own expectations means genuinely committing yourself to something for yourself, not because your faculty or anyone else asks you to do so, but because it's who you have chosen to be. And sometimes that means we even have to say, no, that's not me. Kierkegaard argues that what's important in choosing is not so much to choose the right thing as the energy, the earnestness with which one chooses. And there's a terrifying responsibility involved in making that kind of commitment to ourselves, to each other, even to Mother Earth. Some people think a wholehearted commitment like this to anything makes you an extremist. And extremism is kind of a bad word today. But as Martin Luther King Jr. reminds us, the question isn't whether we will be extremists, but what kind of extremists we will be. Will we, he asks, be extremists for hate or for love? Will we be extremists for the preservation of injustice or the extension of justice? So I'm not telling you that any commitment is just as good as any other. None of us was ever an isolated individual. We were born and grew up in a web of responsibilities and relationships that preceded us. Chancellor-elect Brown, in her introductory address to the campus, said that she wouldn't be who she is without her mother. And indeed, we've all had a variety of mothers, foster mothers, mother figures of some sort. But responding to those responsibilities and sustaining our own fellowships, that takes commitment. And what I'm saying here is that you have to be the one to make that choice, to choose to commence the journey that's laid in front of you, even, perhaps especially, if you don't precisely know the way right now. That, after all, is what makes life structure that of a quest as well. Because it is your quest now. As their teacher, Gandalf, tells the hobbits when they return to the Shire, I am with you at present, but soon I shall not be. You must settle its affairs yourselves. That's what you've been trained to do. And as for you, he goes on, my dear friends, you will need no help now. You are grown up now, and I have no longer any fear at all for any of you. As one of my other favorite philosophers, Friedrich Nietzsche, puts it, one repays a teacher poorly if one always remains only a student. Graduates, this quest is done, but this quest was just a beginning, because every day is a commencement, and every day can mark a renewed commitment. So whatever you commit to, and whomever you commit to becoming going forward, we will always look forward to welcoming you back here when you return, not as our students, but as our friends. Congratulations, and once more, Happy Mother's Day.
Congratulations, Dr. Whitmire, and thank you, Mrs. Coward. At this time, Dr. Carol Burton, Vice Provost for Academic Affairs, will recognize the university scholars and begin today's presentation of candidates for degrees.
Good morning. Interim Chancellor Morrison Shetler, it is my pleasure to recognize those students who enrolled as freshmen at Western Carolina University and who have completed their entire undergraduate careers with a perfect record, a 4.0 grade point average. Having consistently met the rigorous standards of our faculty, they deserve this special recognition as university scholars. I ask the following individuals to stand and be recognized during this spring commencement. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Carson Gilliland, Madison Hale, Elise Holbrook. Congratulations on this outstanding achievement. Interim Chancellor Morrison Shetler, I now call upon the deans of the colleges to present to you the candidates for degrees within their respective colleges. Dr. Jill Granger, Dean of the Honors College.
I ask all candidates for degrees who are members of the Honors College to please stand and remain standing. Interim Chancellor Morrison Shetler, the Honors College is proud to present candidates who will graduate with full honors. Candidates who are graduating with full honors are distinguished by the Honors Medallion.
Dr. Richard Starnes, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
I ask all candidates for degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences to please stand and remain standing. Interim Chancellor Morrison Shetler, the College of Arts and Sciences is proud to present these candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science.
Dr. Patricia Bricker, Associate Dean of the College of Education and Allied Professions.
I ask all candidates for degrees from the College of Education and Allied Professions to please stand and remain standing. Interim Chancellor Morrison Shetler, the College of Education and Allied Professions is pleased and proud to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degrees and the Bachelor of Science in Education degree.
Dr. George Brown, Dean of the David Orr Belcher College of Fine and Performing Arts.
Will the creative class, the artists, scholars, and teachers from the David Orr Belcher College of Fine and Performing Arts please rise and remain standing? Interim Chancellor Morrison Shetler, the Belcher College is proud to present these candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree, the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, the Bachelor of Music degree, and the Bachelor of Science degree.
Interim Chancellor Morrison Shetler, all candidates for degrees are hereby presented.
Thank you, Dr. Burton. I now ask all faculty to stand and remain standing in support of these graduates as confirmation of their meeting the rigorous standards set forth by the university. I now ask all Western Carolina University alumni present here today on the platform and in the audience to stand and remain standing as witnesses to the conferral of these degrees and the acceptance of these students into the Royal Ranks of Honour. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, by the authority vested in me by the University of North Carolina Board of Governors and the Western Carolina University Board of Trustees, and upon their completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon these candidates the degrees for which they have been recommended, with all the rights, honours, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our newest graduates. You may be seated. Graduates, each of you have worked diligently, passionately, and tirelessly, earning the distinct privilege to be seated before us today. You have believed in your dreams. You have set your sights on your goals. You have completed all the difficult and necessary tasks to reach this day, a day that represents one of the most significant milestones in your lifetime, a milestone that makes possible a future of unlimited possibilities. It is your hard work and perseverance that is the main reason that you are here today. The culmination of many long nights researching in the library, hundreds of hours of study and homework, many months in classes and experiential internships, hundreds of hours collaborating with classmates, numerous evenings attending special events on our campus, and the list goes on and on. You hung in there, no matter how tough it got, working with tutors and advisors, meeting with professors and staff. You have worked so hard to make it to this day, and now you are here. As citizens of the world, we face many challenges and many opportunities. Excellent health care for a changing population, innovation in an age of automation and robotics, development of sustainable earth-friendly energies, access to affordable and high-quality education, construction and design of energy-efficient homes and buildings, and the continual discovery in how to maintain the beauty and the biodiversity of places like Western North Carolina, while simultaneously supporting a burgeoning hospitality and tourism industry. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. So graduates, it is now up to you to create the world in which you wish to live. It is your freshly born ideas that will create sustainable environments. It is your vision of the future that will eliminate poverty and hunger. And it is your ability to take your educational experience and apply it to create international innovation and collaboration. And most importantly, it is your ability to believe in peace, justice, and equality that will make that reality for all. Graduates, the future is yours, and the world is counting on you. We live in exciting times, a time where employment opportunities offer unique and fulfilling experiences. Many of you have already secured interviews or job offers, have plans to attend graduate school, or have come back to school recently to complete a degree you may have begun many years ago. Today, I want to share a few stories, just to give you a little sense of how well WCU has prepared our graduates for the future and the sacrifices some of these individuals have made to reach this goal. Adam Gregory receives his degree in mathematics today from the College of Arts and Sciences. As a freshman at WCU, Adam Gregory did not even plan to study mathematics, and today he graduates as one of the department's most outstanding students. During the last 3 years, Adam participated in 2 National Science Foundation-funded summer programs, one at the University of Texas in Tyler during the summer of 2017, and another at Rochester Institute of Technology during the summer of 2018. He submitted 5 research papers for publication and has given more than 10 conference presentations. Truly, Adam has demonstrated not only strong abilities within his discipline, but an unrivaled work ethic as well. Adam participated in the international code-breaking competition Cryptos, achieving outstanding results. His team placed 3rd in 2018 and 4th in 2019. He also received recognition as Master Codebreaker with the Turner level of achievement. At the Mathematical Association of America's Southeastern Section Conference, just last month, he was a member of the WCU team that won the Math Jeopardy competition, and he received the Outstanding Student Presentation Award. And he's not stopping there. Next year, Adam will be transitioning to the University of Florida as a PhD candidate. Adam, on behalf of the Catamount Nation, congratulations on your accomplishments on the bright path ahead of you. Madison Surratt is receiving her degree in psychology from the College of Education and Allied Professions. Madison is a highly engaged student. She is a member of the Dean's Student Advisory Board, Undergraduates of Psychology Advisory Board, a Psychology Ambassador, Psi Chi fraternity member, and has earned a position on the Chancellor's List. Madison assisted on the Dean and Associate Dean Search Committee and was featured in the College of Education and Allied Professions newsletter and WCU's Vision magazine for her accomplishments. In previous years, she has received the Jack and Judy Brinson Annual Scholarship in 2016 and 17, and Scott and Shirley Border Scholarship in 2017-18. During her time at Western, Madison has pursued countless opportunities, from working with individuals with disabilities to EEG brain analysis. These experiences have allowed her and her academic career to flourish. Because of her hard work, her research has been recognized in the Southeastern Psychological Association in 2018 and again in 2019, the Rocky Mountain Psychology Association, and the National Conference for Undergraduate Research. She's also presented her research for various board of directors and graduate students so that her work could make an impact in more ways than one. As one of the individuals accepted into the Clinical Psychology Master's Program, she will be furthering her career in pursuit of working with veteran populations. We are so proud of your accomplishment, Madison, and congratulate you on the completion of your degree. You are destined for great things. Graduating today through the Finish Line program is Christine McConnell. Not every student graduating is a traditional student, and many are finishing their degree after taking time off for any number of reasons. As we all know, sometimes life just gets in the way. WCU is committed to assisting students with partial degree credit in returning to school and completing the work that they started through the Finish Line program. Christine earns her degree in the theatre from the David R. Belcher College of Fine and Performing Arts and is also graduating as a member of the Honours College. She began her journey as a first-generation college student in 2013 and continued through her junior year. At the end of the spring semester in 2016, Christine decided to take a semester off to spend some time with her sister in Portland, Oregon, and in her own words, learning to be an adult. She returned to North Carolina 3 months later, ready to resume her studies, but just a month after her return, she was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, and her whole life was put on hold for treatment. After the completion of her treatment, Christine began working full-time and focused on resettling into her life. She began investigating routes to complete her degree, as she could clearly see the rich opportunities provided to those holding a degree in her industry. When she reached out to WCU again, she was notified about her eligibility for the Finish Line program, and it encouraged her to follow through with the reapplication process. Christine learned about the new Entertainment Design and Technology concentration offered for the undergraduate theatre degree path, which was exactly what she wanted. Christine shared that it was perfect timing, and I'm incredibly grateful to Troy Depew, Magnan Hinson, Emily Sharp, for helping me straighten out my new degree and helping me become a part of the Honours College again, and putting up with my flood of emails and questions. Christine also shared that in just a week, it will have been 2 years since she finished all of her medical treatments. Christine, we are so pleased to be celebrating this double milestone in your life and with you today. Congratulations on your accomplishments. These stories represent just a few of the graduates that are seated before us today. As I look out at the passion and energy, the hope and resilience on the faces before me, I must say that we are so proud of you, our Catamounts. Graduates, once upon a time we stood before you to lead the way. Today we stand behind you, ready to follow, and we stand beside you, ready to serve, as you lead us into the future. Congratulations, and go Cats! I now ask all degree candidates to step forward and receive your hard-earned diplomas.
Please note that those students graduating summa cum laude, magna cum laude, or cum laude wear the gold cord. Candidates who have served or are currently serving in the United States Armed Forces wear the red, white, and blue cords. Some graduates are wearing cords, stoles, or pins denoting their participation in or affiliation with an organization. Since each individual graduate is recognized by calling their name as they walk across the stage, we ask the entire audience to respect the graduates and their families by refraining from the use of artificial noisemakers, such as air horns. We also ask that you remain seated and stay for the entire ceremony. From the Honors College, College of Arts and Sciences, Emma Louise Albrecht, magna cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Allison, cum laude. Jonathan Paul Burek, magna cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Brown, summa cum laude. Brennan Rose Burke is receiving her diploma from her mother, Dr. Deborah Burke, Associate Dean for the College of Business and Professor of Business Law. Sarah Elizabeth Burke, cum laude. Brooke Ashlyn Burns, cum laude. Erin Rose Cafferty, magna cum laude. Gabrielle Kirsten Davis, summa cum laude. Elijah Halsey DeYoung, summa cum laude. Gabrielle Nicole Eaton, summa cum laude. Lindsay Rebecca Ferris, magna cum laude. Peter Scott Gardner, magna cum laude. Carson Michaela Gilliland, summa cum laude. Alexander Waring Gilmore, cum laude. Bradley Forrest Williams, magna cum laude. Jansen Mitchell Hainline, magna cum laude. Savannah Christine Henry, magna cum laude. Samantha Elizabeth Holmes, summa cum laude. Chantel Yvonne Jacobs, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Johnson, cum laude. Haley Grace Johnson, magna cum laude. Sarah Helen Kruger, summa cum laude. Cody Lath, magna cum laude. Madeline F. Lauder, cum laude. Frances Caroline Lauder, summa cum laude. Haley Nora McCraw, cum laude. Matthew Lawrence McDonough is receiving his diploma from his mother, Dr. Elizabeth McDonough, Associate Professor, Reference Librarian, and Education Liaison. Elijah James McInnes, magna cum laude. Colin Townsend O'Brien, magna cum laude. Monica Danielle Reese, magna cum laude. Spencer C. Rose. Curtis Trent Rogers, cum laude. Jason Lee Roselle, magna cum laude. Lindsay Ann Murphy Russell, summa cum laude. Zykira Charday Sims, magna cum laude. Hannah Louise Swift, cum laude. Savannah Danielle Taranto, summa cum laude. Addie Rebecca Ward, magna cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Wolfe. Christian Jeree Wyatt, summa cum laude. From the College of Arts and Sciences, Anthony Levi Alexander. Shima Nasser Al-Faqih. Ryan Thomas Allen. Joshua Jared Alvarenga. Keely Morgan Andres. Taylor Victoria Ainsley. Richie Bunma Apone. Jorge Arcos Jr. Jennifer Lynn Honor. Mackenzie Leanne Avery. Deja Nicole Bailey. Maya Glory Baird. Alexander Markham Bateson. Morgan Adela Campbell Belden. Caitlin Christine Burnaby. Ashley Dawn Berry. Caleb Alvin Ray Berry Hill III, cum laude. Haley Ella Burge. Brianna Brooke Blackburn, cum laude. Samuel DeWitt Blanton, cum laude. Brittany Lee Boggs. Christina Lee Bottoms. Anna Marie Bowman. Connor William Brote. Christopher Ryan Brooks. Rachel Lynn Brotherton. Alicia J. Brown. Michael Anthony Buckley, magna cum laude. Bradley Thomas Buddington, cum laude. Melinda Carol Butler. Larson Faith Bird. Cameron Parker Cagle. Terrence Eugene Caldwell. Terry Danielle Campbell. Jeriah Weldon Kaplinger, summa cum laude. Kelly Ann Caridio. Joseph Kelly Carroll Jr. Winter Anne Marie Caruth. Bailey Madison Cave. Delaney Catherine Chapman, magna cum laude. Alexander Mason Spencer Church, cum laude. Rebecca Ann Church. Frank H. Klein V, magna cum laude. Wesley Rivers Collins. Harrison James Connor, magna cum laude. Kristen Suzanne Cook. George Vincent Core. Kevin Matthew Cottingham. Isabel Rinchen Couture is receiving her diploma from her father, Dr. Mark Couture, Associate Professor of World Languages. Dennis Cruz. Luis Fernando Cruz Mejia. Christine Nicole Davis, cum laude. Kayla Ray Deacon. Brandy Lynn Delp. Katie Nicole Derryberry. Sierra Elaine Diano. Caleb William Deinhardt. Taylor J. Dodds. Catherine Eileen Damagala. Jordan Louise Douglas. Clarissa Joanne Eakin. Ariel Nicole Eddington, cum laude. Daniel Jared Edwards. Bailey Catherine Emrich. Kerrigan Duncan Ferguson. Brian Arthur Fernandez. Caitlin Nicole Fisher. Brandon Madison Foster. Kirk Joseph Frisco. Zachary Aaron Gaddy. Josue Jesus Gomez. Justin Makoa Ganzen. Cameron Nicole Garrett. Ashley Flower Gattison. Deontay Jamarius Jeter. Corey Donovan Ginley. Jeremy James Giovanni. Robert Joseph Gleason. Mark Michael Gosselin. Caitlin Mackenzie Grant. Adam Daniel Gregory, summa cum laude. Luke R. Guatelli, magna cum laude. Madison Alexis Hale, summa cum laude. Kaylin Elaine Hampton. Alexis Ivy Taylor Harkins. Rebecca Marie Harmon. John Blake Harper. Frances Alexandria Harris. Abby Hatch, cum laude. Kelly Marie Heatherly. Terrence David Hector. Jonathan Mark Heflin. Corbin Daniel Helgeson. Michael Dylan Hicks. Amber Sigmund Hidalgo, cum laude. Elise Nicole Holbrook, summa cum laude. Marley Victoria Honay. Brenna Shea Horney. Allison Brooke Hubbard. Chelsea Taylor Huffman. Tanner Marie Hyatt. Spencer Claude Imblo. Sarah Elizabeth Jemison. Casey Alexandra Johnson. Kaylee Nicole Johnson, cum laude. Deja Monique Johnson. Daniel Heath Jones, cum laude. Molly Elizabeth Jones. Connor Jernigan, cum laude. Casey Elton Jowers. Robert Nicholas Kearney, cum laude. Megan Catherine Kenny. Jesselyn Marie Killily. Madison Alexis Klein, magna cum laude. Martha Fravor Klenke, cum laude. Chelsea Ann Comer, magna cum laude. Natasha Faith Kryling. Meredith Ann Kerfies. Angel William LeBoy III. Mark Jacob Lale. Bailey Elise Lamberth. Nils Christopher Lang. Kyra Marie Latson. Benjamin David Lawrence. Christopher David Lawrence. Erin Marie Lee. Zachary John Laposa. Natasha Caitlin Lindsay. Mia Santera Little. Jacob Roland Long. Kinseth Taylor Ludeman. Daniel Stephen Lynn, magna cum laude. Jarvis Lamont Mahan. Molly Anna Mann. Joseph Navas Marion. Britlin Murphy Martin. Hannah Elizabeth Martin. Taylor Lynn Martin. Crystal Martinez. Evan Patrick Martinez. John McRae Massey. Rebecca Aaron Massey. Heather Michelle May Massey. Christopher Cody McCall, magna cum laude. Nathan Joshua McDaniel. Jessica Hayes McLawhorn, cum laude. Jillian Lucille McNamara. Peyton Ashley McNeil. Stephen Michael Medinas. Taylor Kathleen Metz. Morgan Elizabeth Miller. Taylor Marie Miller. Andrew Robert Montgomery, magna cum laude. Jennifer Odette Montoya Velasquez. Rachel Ashley Murfello. Andrew Nicholas Myers. Savannah Michelle Norton. Alexander Junius Norwood, cum laude. Samantha Nicole O'Brien, cum laude. Arturo Santiago Orellana, magna cum laude. Rebecca Lee Overman. Bradley James Owen. Christopher James Owen. Riley Marie Paget. Taylor Blake Paget. Anna Catherine Page, summa cum laude. Jacob Aaron Pardue. Lance Alexander Parker, cum laude. Hannah Amelia Patton. Thomas Mackenzie Pauley. Olivia Rebecca Payne. Richardson Montgomery Pedigo. Jasmine Nicole Penn. Alexandra Elizabeth Perdue. Dakota Lynn Perez, magna cum laude. Sydney Hope Philbeck. Anna Caitlin Pinder. Austin G. Pinion. Tanner L. Piper. Stephen Andrew Pound, cum laude. Austin Thomas Powers. Jonathan Robert Price, cum laude. Victoria D. Pruitt. Autumn Elissa Reese. Hallie Ashlyn Rice. Juliana Morgan Richardson. Abigail May Rogers. Nicholas Robert Ruby. Kennedy Danielle Russian. Dominic Thomas Saladino. Melchor Salinas Dominguez. Gabrielle Elise Samaha, cum laude. Aaliyah Elaine San Emeterio. Rourke Gregory Sanderson. Dalby Schmidt, cum laude. Sean James Schneider, cum laude. Kevin Carl Schutzman, summa cum laude. Bezuit Bakala Sium. Miranda Nicole Sherrill. Silas Andrew Shields. Alyssa Marie Shipman. Nathaniel Christian Shorter. Madison Dre Schuler, cum laude. Chance Aaron Simmons, magna cum laude. Dennis Wayne Simmons II, magna cum laude. Corey Jean Smith. Courtney Page Smith, cum laude. Caitlin Alexis Smith. Megan Alexis Smith. Ramius Michael Smith. Tinakan Anthony Suktavan. Brian Thomas Stansel. Morgan Ray Stanley. Emily Lauren Starnes. Ethan C. Stiles. William Stephen Stiles. Elizabeth Drew Stinnett, cum laude. Spencer Cameron Stock. Zachary Kyle Story. Haley Denise Stump. Caleb Michael Sullivan, magna cum laude. Samantha Nicole Sullivan. Matthew Paul Swinarski. Zachary D. Talent. Tiffany Ann Taylor. Casey Lynn Tilden. Charles Jordan Tolbert. Ryan Overby Tompkins. Scott Clark Town. Shayla Dietisha Trent. Olivia Marie Treutlein. Carlene Tene Turner. Samantha Nicole Varner. Paul Jacob Ventura. Jace Brennan Walk, magna cum laude. Alec Baker Ward. Elizabeth Grace Ward. Madison Lee Watson, cum laude. Caleb Ross Westbrook, magna cum laude. Krishna Tiwari, magna cum laude. Hallie Ray West, summa cum laude. Gregory Bryce Westall. Jamie Lynn Whitcomb. Jordan Elizabeth White. Bliss Miranda Wiggins, Madison Lee Wilcox, Tyler L. Wright, Sonny Chris Wilkinshoff, magna cum laude, Haley Paige Wilkie, cum laude, Grayson Parker Williams, magna cum laude, Lily Ashlyn Williams, Ronald Craig Williamson, cum laude, Anna Berkeley T. Willis, Hunter Houston Wilson, John Paul Wilson, Kayla Sue Wood, magna cum laude, Victoria Page Woodring, Lindsay Page Wright, Victoria Alexandra Yu, summa cum laude. From the Honors College, College of Education and Allied Professions, Molly Elizabeth Calloway, magna cum laude. Sarah Marie Cope, cum laude. Indy Vale Frazier, magna cum laude. Alicia Victoria Gentry, summa cum laude. Jenna Renee Harmon, cum laude. Amber Renee Henry, magna cum laude. Samantha June Marchese, magna cum laude. Rebecca Kaylee Peterson, summa cum laude. Stephanie Jean Christiana Powell, magna cum laude. Julia Alexandria Pratt, cum laude. Taylor Faith Schuler, cum laude. Rachanel Summerall, magna cum laude. Sydney Lee Watson is receiving her diploma from her father, Dr. Todd Watson, full professor of physical therapy. Sin Yu Yang, summa cum laude. From the College of Education and Allied Professions, Brianna Lachelle Adams. Caleb Lee Adcock, magna cum laude. Arlie Andrews. Kevin Josue Aragon. Danielle Nicole Barlow, magna cum laude. Jennifer Leanna Barton, cum laude. Bailey Glenn Beaver, cum laude. Taylor Nady Blaker. Jordan Alexander Bostian. Taylor Lee Brackens. Alex William Bridgham. John Fisgald Brooks Jr. Graham Edward Bryant. Caitlin Amber Bryant. Nathan Franklin Buchanan. Tori Brianna Bug, cum laude. Charlin Zoe Bullock. Jacob Cole Burkaw. Shannon Gerard Burns. Ashley Marie Champlin. Michael Allen Chapman Jr. Caitlin Shireen Himmich. Shelby Leanne Clark, cum laude. Anna Spurlock Cochran, cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Collins, magna cum laude. Ryan Corley. Nancy Rachel Crawford, summa cum laude. Ashley Nicole Curry, cum laude. Mark Edward Davis. Danielle Avoyette Raynel de Souza. Tara K. Dushiman, cum laude. Joseph Daniel Eaton, Jada Kiona Blake, Brittany Morgan Elliott, magna cum laude, Jessica Nicole Elliott, Emily Catherine Entremont, Holly Danielle Feltz, Aaliyah Morgan Furette, David Lauren Fitzgerald Jr., Heather Bostian Flynn, Tyler Michael Ford is receiving his diploma from his father, Dr. Thomas Ford, professor of social psychology and director of the Master of Arts in General Experimental Social Psychology program. Hunter Kincaid Fuller, Sydney Caroline Fulmer, summa cum laude, Hope Michaela Garcia, Devin Blake Garrett, Danico Franklin Givens, Jacqueline Marie Nassi, cum laude, Tiffany Amber Grant, Kashayla Autumn Gregg, Emily Nicole Hagan, cum laude, James Dylan Hale, Megan Lene Hamby, cum laude, Cassie Capri Hastings, cum laude, Jacqueline Taylor Henry, Vanessa Lynn Hensley, summa cum laude, Christopher Zachary Hickok, cum laude, Amanda Grace Hilliard, summa cum laude, Rebecca Nicole Hines, magna cum laude, Audrey Marie Hudson, Erica Joy Huffstetler, summa cum laude, Madeline Morgan Hux, Riley James Jelinek, Ashley Lauren Jenkins, Heather Lachey Johnson, cum laude, Hannah Rose Kelly, Lorraine Michelle Kelly, summa cum laude, Andrew Haveman Conitzer, Jessica Cozola, cum laude, Sonia Franklin Cotilla, Allie Elizabeth Lackey, Jocelyn Ruth Lant, magna cum laude, Madeline Elise Lafrido, magna cum laude, Melissa Diane Long, Stacy Caroline Lunsford, cum laude, Margaret Austin Marchese, cum laude, Charles Enoch Martin, Angelica Renee Martinez, Darlene Arnett Martinez, Jasmine McAllister, cum laude, Kathleen Gale McAllister, Star Michelle McArdle, cum laude, Caitlin Lenore McGee, magna cum laude, Michelle McKinney Meeks, Kennedy Tequila Metcalf, summa cum laude, Tawny Marie Metcalf, Cassidy Gabrielle Miller, Jaylee Logan Miller, cum laude, Megan Nicole Mills, Emily Rose Mitchley, Rachel Elizabeth Moody, Joshua T. Murray, Kiara Naquise Merle, cum laude, Brittany Elise Nelson, Katie Elizabeth Newman, Catherine Marie Olson, summa cum laude. Hannah Brooke Owens. Ashley Sierra Oxendine. Kelly Luann Parkins, cum laude. Salem Elizabeth Paris, magna cum laude. Krista Donna Patton, cum laude. Rebecca Lynn Pell. Kaylee Danielle Penn. Tantania Faith Monet Pfeiffer. Malia Kalani Provo, summa cum laude. Madison Josiah Pruitt. Madison Nicole Raven. Alexandra Marie Raxter, magna cum laude. David Noah Reese, cum laude. Dylan B. Richards. Haley Sue Richardson. Rosanna Lee Robertson, magna cum laude. Mary Margaret Rogers, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Rolls, magna cum laude. Crystal Lee Keller Roop, summa cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Rudisil, magna cum laude. Sarah Catherine Seyfried, magna cum laude. Michael Andrew Chapman, cum laude. Nicole Janine Shiano, cum laude. Emmeline Ashley Sellers. Lauren Michaela Sellers, magna cum laude. Catherine McKenna Shaver, cum laude. Ansley Savannah Sheedy, summa cum laude. Kirsten Brianna Lee Shue, summa cum laude. Caroline Jenny Simpson. Devin Scarborough Singleton, magna cum laude. Allison Russell Sizemore. Michael Brent Smalley. Catherine Ann Spaulding, cum laude. Abigail Joy Springer, cum laude. Connor Sean Steele. Daisy Marie Stillwell. Suzanne Hill Studdard, magna cum laude. Brittany Jordan Sujet. Alexa Ray Sumner. Madison Page Surratt, summa cum laude. Elizabeth H. Taylor. Donna Marie Thompson, cum laude. Natalia Carolina Torres Wong, cum laude. Madison Nicole Tao. Haley Elizabeth Dana Townsend. Carly Ray Trahan, cum laude. Caitlin Carter Valentine, cum laude. Holly Sapp Vargas, cum laude. Valerie Amanda Waldenville. Holly Danielle Warner. Regan Elizabeth Waters. Shannon Marie Wells. Ray Anthony St. Michael Whiteley Jr. Carl Rayvon Whitsett II. Jocelyn Nicole Wild. Alexis Williams. Simone Octavia Williams. Victoria Ann Williams, cum laude. Bailey Nicole Wright. Gretchen Marie Yancey. Rachel Alexandra Young. Sarah Bernice Young, cum laude. From the Honors College, David Orr Belcher College of Fine and Performing Arts, Christopher Wade Childers, magna cum laude. Catherine Ann Coyne, magna cum laude. Annalise Taylor Henry, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Hunkley, magna cum laude. Lauren Ashley Joy, summa cum laude. Kyla Ann Little, magna cum laude. Jessie Caroline Lloyd, summa cum laude. Christine Diane McConnell, magna cum laude. Stephanie Ann Moyce, summa cum laude. Rachel Diane Oliver, magna cum laude. Kelsey Kathleen Pendleton, magna cum laude. Mark Adrian Vollmer, cum laude. Grace Catherine Woodard, summa cum laude. From the David Orr Belcher College of Fine and Performing Arts, Mackenzie Alyssa Adamick. Lena Alexandra Armas, cum laude. Bailey Alexis Baker, cum laude. Dylan Raymond Basil. Daniel Ryan Bollinger. Stephanie Lee Bollinger, magna cum laude. Alex Jacob Bradley. Matthew James Brooks, magna cum laude. Aaron Jacob Brown. Paul Christian Bruce, cum laude. James Ronald Cates II. Molly Kathleen Kochia. Annabella Jean Cockrell, cum laude. Joshua Taylor Crump. Rashonda Denise Davidson. Caleb Alexander Dunn. Maria Meredith Edwards, cum laude. Ariana Alice Evans, cum laude. Anna Lydia Ferretes. Sean Thomas Flick. Darius Bryson Gordine. Alexandra Sierra Dawn Mariah Gross, cum laude. Abigail Marie Hirschauer, cum laude. Matthew Graham Howie. Madison Brooke Hunt, cum laude. Stephanie Hurtado Hoyos. Michael Lee Jackson, cum laude. Logan Carmichael Jane, cum laude. Timothy Allen Justice. Shauna Michelle Kellum. Adam Benjamin King. Regina Francesca Lacaruba. Peyton Cole Langner. Wendy Nicole Lavender, magna cum laude. Christopher Scott Leeper. Ross Daniel Leonard. Lindsay Elizabeth Locklear. Sarah Kathleen Lucas. Sarah Nicole Lux. Samantha Mallard, summa cum laude. Matthew Dylan Marinero. William Tyler Martino. Ashley Blaine McCauley. Morgan Kennedy Miller. Justin John Motley. Catherine Michelle North, cum laude. Zachary Tyler Uten. Jonathan Gray Parton. Jacob William Plaisted. Courtney Aaron Riddle. Sarah Kathleen Rogers. Malik George Rowland. Victoria Rose Russell. Emma Gail Schaefer. Hannah Sidner. Anthony Jawan Sims. Elena Nicole Strand. Rachel Megan Swink. Samantha Pauline Teague, magna cum laude. Holly Lynn Thomas. George David Ward IV. Caleb Jeffrey Warren, cum laude. William Silas Waugh, cum laude. Shelby Elizabeth Weaver. Garrett Scott Whipkey. Catherine Elianne Winkle, summa cum laude. Emily Page Worley, magna cum laude.
Interim Chancellor Morrison Shetler, all candidates for degrees have now been presented.
Now, graduates, please rise. You may move your tassel to the left to signify the earning of your undergraduate degree. Congratulations. You may now be seated. Graduates, you are now alumni of Western Carolina University, and I thus introduce Mr. Ed Holland, President of the Alumni Association, to greet you as our newest alumni colleagues.
What an outstanding group of people. Well done. Very well done. Good morning, Catamount family. My name is Ed Holland, and I am the WCU Alumni Association President. It is truly my pleasure to congratulate you on your accomplishments today and to welcome you to the ranks of Western Carolina University alumni. I remind you today that you make a very meaningful transition. Up until now, it's been the university's role to fill you with knowledge, to give you the skills necessary to pursue your future. You leave here today with a new role as alum, to represent WCU to your friends, to your family, employers, colleagues, and those you will come to know in the years ahead. You have made many memories here that will last a lifetime, but I encourage you not to let this be the end of your Catamount story. Participate in alumni events and keep your network strong. Make new connections and take advantage of the services that remain available to you through the Center of Career and Professional Development. And return to WCU to share your experiences with future generations of Catamount graduates. Make WCU a philanthropic priority, as your financial contributions will make a difference in the lives of students who follow in your footsteps. And most of all, remain connected to this place that is so special and the community. Each year I find new inspiration in the faces of WCU graduates, and I look forward to continuing to serve you as the Alumni Association President and hearing about all the wonderful things you will do. Thank you, and at this time I will turn the program back over to Interim Chancellor Marson Shetler.
Before we conclude, let me acknowledge some special individuals who are part of our ceremony today. First of all, I salute all members of our graduating class who are veterans, active duty, Guard, and Reserve members. Western Carolina University takes great pride in being a military-friendly university, and we are so very proud of you. Would those students please stand so we may express our appreciation for your service? So graduates, if you could contain yourself just for a few more minutes, but I'd like to recognize the families of our graduates. Will the parents and guardians of our graduates please stand? Will the spouses and children of our graduates please stand? Will the grandparents and other family members of our graduates please stand? And will the special friends of our graduates please stand? And while you are standing, it is my pleasure to invite all of our graduates to rise and show your appreciation for your love and support and commitment to their future. Thank you. You may be seated. This is the exercise part of the commencement. Thank you. A ceremony like this does not just happen, so please join me in thanking the army of staff colleagues from every part of campus who had a part in making this ceremony a very special occasion for all of us. Please join me in thanking them. So at the conclusion of this ceremony, we invite all graduates and their families and friends to briefly greet the faculty and deans from their college in the designated area in the concourse. Please see the last page of your program for the college locations. And thank you to all of you who have joined us today to share this momentous occasion in the life of our university. We are now going to rise and sing our alma mater led by Mr. Jacob Plaisted. And please remain standing for the recessional. And following the recessional, this ceremony will be concluded. Congratulations again, graduates.
Hail to thee, our alma mater, faithful, kind, and true. Every son and every daughter all to thee I do.